Here we are in South Bend, Indiana, at a small welding shop called Pro Tote Systems that produces portable vehicle towing units. The short ethnographic film focuses on what is known as organic solidarity. Organic solidarity occurs in a society where an individual has specialized knowledge and skills, and each individual contributes differently to the whole. At the opposite end of the spectrum is a term known as mechanical solidarity. The film Dead Birds, about the Dani people of Western New Guinea, shows a society that is mechanical in its solidarity. The men, for example, share all of the same knowledge and therefore are able to complete the same tasks with little or no dependency on others. Society in the United States is quite opposite. They are taught how to do certain tasks and only those tasks, and through this they contribute to the greater effort of a completed product. This will be shown in this film through taking a brief look at the process that this shop goes through. In this shot and the next one we can see the steel product that has been delivered and put in this building. Much of the steel that is delivered is cut out of plates into particular parts on the burn table. One worker will only focus on this particular task. Things such as the drill press and bandsaw also aid in producing the parts. A different worker will focus on this. After the parts have been created, they are sent over to the main shop. Everyone in the main shop is completely dependent on these parts being made and sent over. Without the two former workers, no one in the main shop would be able to do their jobs, and the final product would not be able to be completed. The worker here is working on creating the base and towers for the towing unit. In this shot, he is cutting what is known as a kingpin down to a usable size. The kingpin is the primary safety device that will lock the unit onto a truck. At the same time as the prior task is happening, this worker is building the other half of the parts that will make up the frame of the towing unit. He is able to work independently of the previous person. In this shot, he is fitting several smaller parts together that will be welded and eventually attached by him to the arms of the unit. This next worker must wait until he receives the finished products from the two prior workers. Once this worker has the base, arms, and rest of the appropriate parts, he can then piece the entire frame, one might say skeleton, of the towing unit together. If he is short of any part whatsoever from any of the previous workers, he will have to wait until some become available. After the unit's frame has been assembled, it goes over to yet another worker who will finish weld it. This worker goes over the unit and welds any areas that still need to be welded, without a fully assembled frame that have come from the previous workers. This person cannot do their assigned task. After the unit is completely finished welded, it gets inspected and if approved is sent to a different company that dips each unit in a zinc solution to protect it. This is known as galvanizing. The records come back with a silver appearance as seen here. After this shop receives the units in this condition, they are brought inside the shop and two more workers begin the final assembly. These two workers will equip the frame with things such as electrical wiring, a hydraulic cylinder, and a pump which will send the fluid into the cylinder, a revolving light, and chains, to name just a few things. In addition to this, the assemblers also do smaller tasks such as cutting this red battery cable to length. After these workers are finished, the unit is now fully complete. It is inspected once again and set in a separate building, awaiting sale to a customer. When a customer buys a wrecker, he or she will either come to the shop and pick it up themselves, or they will ask the shop to ship it to them. This entire process is a prime example of organic solidarity in a culture. Each individual that works at this welding shop has a specific task to do, and if they are not able to do it for any reason, then the other workers are not able to do their job. This creates a highly dependent workplace where each individual contributes differently to the whole. While this film has only shown one small example of organic solidarity, more examples of this can be found all over the United States and in many other countries as well. This concludes this ethnographic film.